Hey everyone, in this segment we talk about people taking shots at Bigfoot and aliens. I must warn you of the graphic language and content, and while we do have fun with these topics, it doesn't mean some of us aren't believers. Enjoy the segment, and I will talk to you later. Let's do some more shit. Come on. Come on!
I'm having chest pain! Get off my phone! Get off my phone, you little pinhead!
Yes, please get off my phone. I got some stuff here, guys.
Do it!
I got a few things, a few items, if you please.
Yeah, I got nothing but time.
So I'm going to read to you a passage out of the Field Guide to the Extraterrestrials. It's a complete overview of alien life forms based on actual accounts and sightings. And I've been deep in reading in about UFOs, Sasquatch, paranormal encounters, and along with trying to link some of it to the missing 411 stuff that we've been talking about over the past couple years. And the last episode or two episodes, we talked about missing 411 cases and Sasquatch and Bigfoot. And if you look at our YouTube comments, you can actually see people say, you guys are dumb motherfuckers, you don't know what you're talking about. And some people say, oh, that theory is not too bad. Pretty hot and cold out there on YouTube.
Yeah, it's a wild place.
It's pretty ridiculous, yes. But I'm sticking with my theory for when it comes to missing 411, that this is a combination of UFOs working with a Sasquatch, using the Sasquatch as foot soldiers, scouting parties. And I don't know why it makes sense to me. There's something that after we read a few articles about that, I like that idea. I like that the UFOs might genetically breed Bigfoot, big, giant, hulking creatures to go down there and take a look around. If anybody gives you any trouble, knock them on the head, bring them back to us. If they're good, if we want these people, we'll give you a biscuit or something. I don't know how they pay Sasquatch. It's probably in biscuits or Bitcoin. In this field guide to the extraterrestrials, it is laid out pretty thorough. There's pictures drawn of each of these creatures, and there is a class. There's different classes. There's like amphibian, there's humanoid, there's animalian kind of. And this one, as soon as I saw this picture in here, this looks like a goddamn Bigfoot. And this is a story that goes along with this. Hold on, I need to put on my reading glasses. There we go.
I think we should do. Oh my God, you're so old. We should do video for the live broadcast.
You think so?
Yeah, because it would be way more fun. If we could toss it over, we should just do like Hangouts. Since we have people who actually join the chat and stuff, like it'd be more fun because we want to see what you're looking at.
Okay. First. Well, I tell you what, over this weekend, we could come up with a Google Hangout, put a layout together, and do that. We would have to call into Google Hangouts, but it might be a better service than Skype.
No, I don't know. I mean, Skype's pretty good.
Yeah, I don't know. So this passage comes from an alien class of the Animalien. It's a hairy Bigfoot. That's what it's classified at. And this incident comes from October 25th of 1973. The location is Greensburg, Pennsylvania.
Which that's south of Pittsburgh, like 20 miles maybe.
Lots of activity around Pennsylvania when it comes to UFO and Bigfoot. And this one is a bit of a doozy, but let me know. About 9 o'clock at night, a 22-year-old farmer and a local miner and some 15 others saw a bright red ball hovering high over a nearby field. The farmer decided to investigate, and a pair of fraternal twins hopped into the car with him. As they approached, the three witnesses saw an object ascending. When they walked over the crest of the hill, they came upon a dome-shaped object about 100 feet in diameter. The bright white object, which made a sound like a lawnmower, had either landed or was hovering just above the field. Suddenly, one of the twins spotted something walking along the fence. Pulaski raised his rifle and fired a tracer slug over the heads of the two figures. At first, he thought they were bears, then realized they were not. The two creatures were taller than the 6-foot fence. One was about 8 feet tall, the other was about 7 feet. Both creatures were covered in long, dark, grayish hair, and their arms almost to the ground. Their eyes glowed green, yellow in color. The creatures made a whining sound back and forth as in conversation with each other, and a strong odor like burning rubber was present. When Pulaski realized that the creatures were headed toward them, one of the boys ran back to the home, and Pulaski fired 3 rounds into the larger creature. Apparently hit, the creature made a whining noise and raised its hands towards the other creature. At that moment, the bright object in the field just disappeared. The place where the object had been glowing white. The creature then slowly turned and walked back towards the woods. Pulaski, whose eyes began to bother him, decided to report the incident to the police. When a trooper arrived at 9:45, he noted the glowing ring in the field and heard loud wailing noises in the woods. Suddenly, Pulaski yelled that something was coming out of the woods towards them. The 2 men jumped into the patrol car and drove off. Later still, at 2 a.m., when the investigating team arrived, Pulaski, a 6'2", 250-pound man, went into a fugue. I don't know. I'm not familiar with that word. Breathing heavily, growling, and flailing his arms. The group decided to leave the scene after Pulaski came out of his confused state, and the smell of sulfur and some other chemicals began to permeate the area. A psychiatrist who later examined Pulaski found no evidence of dishonesty, psychopathic behavior, or drug or alcohol use in either the connection of this incident or previous in his life. So you have a story of a UFO landing, a bright ball light landing in the field, 3 people witnessing creatures over 6 foot, this guy dropping some rounds in one of them and calling the police, and then later being able to see these creatures again come back out of the woods. I found that to be very interesting in that connection.
He still never said anything about their junk.
No, he didn't.
Yeah.
I'm willing to let it go because this is one of those rare incidences where a person actually fired upon these creatures and hit him.
That's like a rival, though, where it's like, is that the right decision? How do you know these people want to fight?
That's kind of the point. Would you open fire on an alien if you saw him? So if you hypothetically are in the midst of being abducted by aliens and you see them around, like there are many stories of aliens that come around, people wake up and they remember like shorter figures around their bed. And if you could fight back, would you? I don't know. They have invaded your home, and obviously they're breaking our laws by breaking and entering. God knows they could be doing a home invasion burglary looking for PlayStations.
Don't these aliens understand property law?
I don't think that they do, Joe. But would you fight back? That is the question. Would you use a knife to stab them? Would you use your gun to shoot them if you were able to? Most of these people in the stories are so paralyzed in fear, or maybe they're psychically paralyzed that they don't fight back, they don't do anything, and they just they go along with it. What about you, Joe? Would you fight back? Would you actually strike an alien in the head with your fist?
I mean, if they're going to put probes in my butthole, I want to see where this is going. So
you just want to go? You're actually saying you're going to go along for the ride?
I think, especially after I watched Arrival, I think, if this stuff kind of happens, I think having an open mind and less of a violent reaction is probably the best way to go about it. I wouldn't immediately perceive anything necessarily as a threat, especially if it was as epic as a ship in a field and these creatures who aren't.
Even if they invaded your house.
Yeah, even if they came in my house, I'd be like, all right, what are we doing? Do y'all want a drink? Like,
want to watch some Friends? Hey,
you like Seinfeld?
Yeah.
Well, Clappy, you're the most heavily armed person here. What would you do?
Would aliens just want to come into the house?
Well, okay, you wake up and you are surrounded by aliens, like at 3 o'clock in the morning.
There's no way I can get to any of my guns. I mean,
well, shame on you for not having one next to the bed.
Yeah, you're not prepared.
I'll just keep my AK right next to me. I have enough room in bed.
Sleep with your AK, yeah, sure.
You're going on the Alex Jones wall of shame.
That's right. You really are.
You should have your gun in your hand when you go to bed. Yeah.
Never.
I don't know. Every time I read about the abduction stories, like, can you wake up and see the aliens? It's too late. They already have you.
I'm putting you in a hypothetical situation where you wake up, you see them around you, and you are free to move around. Interact with them, punch them, talk to them. What would you do?
First, how big are their genitals?
Yeah.
I would say they're about 8 inches.
And do they have tits as well, or what are we talking about?
I'm saying they're the classic gray alien. Pretty much like large head, maybe 3 to 4 feet tall, very smooth, no exposed genital, no external genital.
I'd probably freak out, and, trying to open fire, or maybe knock them all upside the head and hog time and throw them in the attic.
So you would shoot at you would actually physically try to harm them.
Well, I mean, we know what grays do. It's not good. You get abducted and they try and probe you and stick shit in you or steal your semen or whatever.
That is true. From all the stories we have heard,
and they're probably robots as far as we know. So it really wouldn't be killing another alien.
They also say that all Trump supporters are violent racists. So that was you, Jeff.
Exactly. All fucking aliens. Why don't you go back to wherever you came from?
How do you know all these aliens want to probe you? What if they want to take you to dinner first and then probe you?
Maybe they stopped in your room and went, nah, not really.
They were.
Nah.
It's like, this guy is hideous. We are not probing him.
We were going to molest him, but I took a look at him. Not worth it.
Bad intel.
Back it up. The Bigfoot was wrong.
Bad space intel.
Space intel, yeah.
But I personally, if I woke up and there are aliens around me, I'm so into the thought of it, and I so want to be taken up into a UFO. At least consciously, I do. Maybe subconsciously, I'm scared to death of it. I would try to communicate with them some way. Say, hey, how can I help you? What are you doing here? Do you have toys?
You got toys? Are you okay?
Why you? I'd ask him, what are you doing here?
Why are you so nervous?
Why are you so nervous? Just put that probe in me and let's see where this goes.
Are you a virgin?
I don't know why I probably shouldn't be asking that.
Did you bring condoms?
I probably wouldn't be asking that either. I don't know.
Would you ever try anal?
Well,
we know that.
I don't.
Just what are you, gay?
Yeah.
You on birth control?
I don't know why. I probably wouldn't be asking him that either. I don't know why I would be asking them any of this stuff.
Those are all the right questions. I think when they say, take me to your leader, I think they go to Chris Hansen or you, Mike.
Yeah.
Wrestle me.
Yeah, I tell them to wrestle me.
Come in naked.
Yeah, next time you guys come here, come in naked.
No spacesuits.
Naked. They're always naked.
I'm bored and horny.
Yeah, take me away. Take me to your leader. I'm bored and horny. I would like to think that I would be diplomatic with them. I would like to think that if I could communicate with them, I'd be like, yeah, I would really like to learn everything that you know about the universe, everything you know about our species and any forgotten civilizations and all that kind of stuff. I would try to be nice initially, and then if they proceeded to take me against my will, even though I asked them not to, at that point, if I could, I would probably fight back. I'd probably drop kick them or give them a high power uppercut.
Yeah.
Face.
Yeah. There's me slamming them right there. Give me old DDT.
Yeah, WrestleMania is just you fighting 12 aliens.
I'm going to put them in a figure 4 leg lock. Make them tap out.
I still know how to do that, too. I would do it.
Put them in the Boston Crab.
You got your phone in one hand. You've got the alien in a figure 4. You're on the phone with the police. Come on, I've got him in a figure 4. He can't go anywhere.
I'd probably pick up one of my foldable chairs and hit him with it. And then I'd probably tag Bogey in, and we'd both give him some business.
Yeah, you have to.
As long as the referee wasn't looking. But I don't know why there would be a referee in my room. But I'm just saying.
Yeah, that'd be the biggest concern. There's 8 aliens. Ooh, and a ref? What the?
This is fucked up shit.
And no, an umpire. They don't have a ref. They bring an umpire.
That is correct.
Chest plate, the face mask.
I do have maybe one or two more stories if you bear with me. I don't know if you guys like this shit.
Oh my God. Okay.
I don't know. I think people like the paranormal stuff, but I don't know.
I'm fine with it. I say go for it.
You're the most skeptical person here. Jeff's on board with me with the paranormal stuff. And correct me if I'm wrong, Mom's on board with the 411 stuff, isn't she?
Yeah, she finds it really interesting.
I like the 411 stuff the most. That's my favorite stuff.
Do it again.
Yeah, do it again.
Anytime.
Yeah. So this one, let me know if I read this before. I don't think that I have. This is another shooting event with. Okay, this is another shooting event dealing with the paranormal, UFOs, call them whatever you want.
All right.
A hunter claims he shot. I'm sorry. I'll say this is from Argentina.
All right.
In May 2015. A hunter claims that he shot an extraterrestrial. They are gray. They have 4 fingers on their hands and 4 toes on their feet. They stand approximately 1 meter and 15 centimeters, says this farmer who says he was later abducted. Alberto, 59, shared his experience with the Chronicle newspaper, an encounter he will never forget. A few months ago, I was hunting in a nearby field, and I saw something going at a hunting stand. That's when I was surrounded by 5 extraterrestrials, he said. Regarding their physical appearance, he stated that they were gray with 4 fingers on their hands and 4 toes on their feet, standing approximately 1 meter tall. They looked like they were from the movies. Contact with these gray creatures did not end there. On one later occasion, they came to my house and abducted me. The critical moment of this narrative came about without question when the alleged death of one of these interplanetary visitors. One day, I went to hunt them. We had a confrontation during one encounter, and I shot one of them I referred to as the Scout because he was always ahead of the rest. When I approached the body, there was no blood in the wound. And the 3 others came at me. I returned to the site a few minutes later, and the body was no longer there since it had been taken away by their spacecraft.
Right.
Yep.
So he shoots the alien.
Correct.
No blood. He's examining the body.
Yep.
All his crew comes out, and they're all like, "Hey, dude, what's up?"
That's correct.
And then it just cuts to I come back later, and the dude's gone or whatever.
That's exactly what happened. When I approached the body, there was no blood in the wound, and the 3 others came at me. I returned to the site a few minutes later, and the body was no longer there since it had been taken away by the spacecraft, he concluded.
So he retreated when the other ones tried to approach him, and then he came back and it was gone.
Yeah, so we have to infer this, but he didn't say it explicitly.
Yeah, this is only a few paragraphs here, and it's coming from Argentina, so I don't know if something's lost in translation or not. The
fact that it was he shot a deer.
The physical consequences of this incident have been, as in many cases, insomnia, headache, and sensitivity to light. Opinions are divided on the subject. UFO researchers are being guarded, the police is being kept silent, and the local residents remained astonished. So that's that. Another person claiming to have shot, in this incident, a small UFO or alien creature.
Yeah. It'd be awesome, man. If I shot an alien, I'd totally mount that shit up in the living room.
Hell yeah.
I don't mind a lot of aliens and shit, and I don't even know a taxidermy guy who's ever done this. But I'll tell you what, I have that head right up there. I'd actually have the whole thing. I'd do one of those, where they have like they shot a fox, and so they get the whole thing stuffed, and they mount it up like it looks like it's hunting or something. I'd do that with the alien, except I'd have him with like a big old dildo in his hand. He's trying to probe somebody.
I would actually put one of those Joe Rogan fleshlights in there.
So you can fuck it?
Yeah. And then I'd invite all my friends and family to come over and watch me. Just for Christmas.
It's a tradition. We fuck the alien on Christmas.
Come on over. It's a rite of passage.
Thing. He shot it. He gets to fuck the alien on Christmas. It's what Jesus would have wanted.
He likes it.
Exactly.
It'd be funny if you were fucking the dead alien and it glowed.
Yeah. Well, it's alive. I fucked it to life.
Yeah, you fucked it back to life.
Opposite of Missing 411.
Yeah.
It will be nice. I think you will love it.
Yes. Thank you, Chris. Boy, YouTube's not going to like that one at all.
No.